Shalom. Shalom, y'all. Uh-oh. There we go. Good connection. All right. Shalom, y'all. It's Michael Israel. There we go. And then, shalom. Just wanted to, I'll let everybody get up in there, but man, I just want to talk about that interview, man. That I, if you hadn't seen it, we're gonna talk about it, man. But I'll wait for everybody to get in there. But yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that interview. And I mean some of the information that was brought forth in that interview, man. Real talk. All right, so y'all just okay. There we go. All right. So yeah, shalom to all y'all. Shalom. Good to see y'all in there. I'll let everybody get in, but man, shalom to Rufus. Good to see you in there, man. Yeah, I just wanted to do a quick recap and take a moment to talk about that interview with Elder Thomas Murray and Dr. Gina Murray. I mean, man, that interview, it was more like, yeah, it was very powerful, like the brother Jonathan said in there, man. I mean, the information that came out on that thing, I mean, it just rocked me. And like I said at the end of the interview, hey, Shalom, Ugo Chugo, Tukulo up in there, man. The coolest Hebrew in the nation. If y'all have not had the opportunity to meet Ugo in person, then you don't understand. You ain't seen cool till you met Ugo in person, man. But yeah, y'all, hey, that interview, it's amazing how there were so many people in there watching that interview, like the, and I knew the numbers, and I mean there's people still getting in there to watch it, but just it being alive, so many people tuned in on that interview, and for there to be no naysayers in there, like nobody coming in there in their emotions. Now, a couple people came in and had questions, and of course, you know me, I got in there and I was like, giving my Michael Israel rudimentary, fundamental, basic answer with some, sarcasm in it, but Elder Murray and Dr. Gina Murray, they chimed in and in an educational, edifying, like holistic way, answered the questions of some of the typical questions that come up with marriage and submission, and polygyny and all that. I mean, man, they just, whew. I was sitting there just taking notes. I am gonna have to go back and watch the video again, because there was a lot of thick information that was put out in there. Yeah. So I mean, if you hadn't seen that interview, it just, man, they added a whole nother, because towards the end of the interview, right near the end, I realized what it was. It was like, dude, they have taken family out of Torah. That's Christianity, Catholicism. They took the book and they took family out of the book. And even in the Hebrew awakening, you don't see any of these Hebrew teachers teaching. Now, the first big awakening I had was the economics that are in the book. But then the Murray showed you where they took family out of the book. Biblical Hebraic family is what they took out of the book, took out of the doctrine. And the Murrays, all praise to the Most High, man, they putting that thing back in there. They bringing family back to in the doctrinal understanding. It's like, and we read through, it's like you read through the book, and it's like we miss family. We don't see family in there. We don't see the importance of family and hierarchy when it's there from the very first couple sentences. So, man, that was the heavy thing. That was the heaviest thing I've seen to date. I'm just saying, there were people in there. There were people in the comments. They were having that same realization. A brother actually called me afterwards, upset. Like, why haven't they told us that? Like, why haven't they told us about family in the book on that level, the way that it was broken down? And you know, and shout out to Torah Culture Assembly Atlanta. Torah Culture Assembly Atlanta. Okay? And the name says it all. Get out. If you're in the Atlanta region, not area, Atlanta region, get out to Torah Culture Assembly. They teach the same stuff that was being brought out in this in that interview I did. That interview was 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? That was a 3-hour interview. And you know me, like I half time I can't even sit still for more than 15 minutes. And I mean, that 3 hours went by like 10 minutes. It was like, whew. And I was like, man, I want more. You know, that's how, and other people, they're like, man, where can I get some more of that? But yeah, man, that was, go back and watch that, because now what you can do is read the Bible, read Torah, read Genesis with a family understanding in mind. And it's like, that is what this beast system, this mammonistic, mammon worshiping system is taken away from us, is the importance of family. Okay? So, a matter of fact, like I said, our women are bored 900 babies a day. We've been conditioned to think, hey, a big family is burdensome. How are you going to take care of that family in this culture, in this society? Like, how are you going to take care of your family when the reality is the answer to your oppression is family? The way out of this oppression is not mammonism and working hard for Babylon to acquire more labor tickets, which we know is wealth. The answer to our oppression is literally be fruitful and multiply. That's the mind-blowing thing about what was brought out today. I mean, and I already know, man, all these prideful ministries, they're gonna, they can't get corrected, so they're gonna come against this somehow. It's gonna be interesting. Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go watch in the coming weeks. I'm gonna watch these other ministries' lessons, and I'm gonna see how they spin it to take shots at what was brought out. But I'm telling you, with Elder Thomas Murray and Dr. Gina Murray, what they brought out on that show, I don't see any wiggle room. Like, that was airtight. I mean, they even addressed people coming against it. And the people, and I'm not going to say coming against it, but who had typical questions that we're used to getting asked when it comes to some of the stuff they were teaching on. And, I mean, they answered those questions so thoroughly. Even I was like, damn, I didn't even know that. Like, they were educating me on stuff right there, answering questions that were typically used to entertaining. That was heavy, man. I'm looking at everybody's comments here. It says, Man, yes, yes. Central, she said, turning the hearts of the fathers back to the sons and the sons back to the fathers. Man, dude, and I brought up that scripture. I mean, even that scripture made sense to me, where the woman will be saved in childbearing. I mean, it all became clear that, like, what they were bringing out was so tight, and they had to let me know, like, okay, because I asked a question, and where they started from, I couldn't see where they were going with it. And they said, Michael, what we're doing, we don't want to offend people. So what we want to do, we want to answer it from the ground up. So there ain't no wiggle room, really. Like, they just came with it. Man, it was heavy, man. That was a good interview. Yep, sister posted. Hey, shalom, Nita. Shout out to Sister Nina, man. It's just some heavy truth, man. And I'm telling you, going forward, a lot of these ministries, I don't know. It's like, dude, the stuff that's been coming out where we're showing, and I had been trying to do it, show the economic side of the Bible and the benefit. And I was beginning, I don't even know, man, but it's like what we're showing and what we're going to show moving forward is where the Bible, a big chunk of the Bible is economics and family. Family first. And the way we likened it to economics, the way Elder, and he's truly an elder, dude, with some of the stuff he said to me, because we've had conversations together. But the way he likened family and economics, he gave a beautiful analogy. He said, if you got he said, what these people are doing is trying to build a body, or they said they have blood, and they're worrying about blood, which is the economics, without even having a body. So they just got a puddle of blood, and they got leeches sucking the blood out. He was like, you got to have a body to have blood circulating through it. Once you have that body, that family, the blood's gonna circulate. The economics, they're gonna happen. Okay, man, go back and watch it, because I know I'm screwing it up, but that brother was heavy on a whole nother level. And I'm thinking, I was like, man, there's nothing. I was like, what? And that months ago, that's what I was praying the Most High Yah about. I was like, what is it? There's more to this. What is it? And then lo and behold, he started showing. And that's where this thing started. I met Pastor Dow, Straightway Ministry, Elder Rufus, all these brothers. Then I started building, with Nina and Amir and Torah Culture Assembly and the Murrays and all these people that are actually doing what the Bible says, not just talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you won't be able, there's going to be no getting around this in the near future. And then the Most High showed me this automation revolution that we are in, that people don't even know. And I got to put that out there. Like, there's an automation revolution, or an AI revolution, or a robotic revolution that's happening right now. Okay? I was talking to my aunt Ugo I was telling him about it, and he was like, but he wasn't familiar with it being automation. Okay? So, I said, yeah, they're going to have self-driving trucks. He's like, yeah, Mike. He's like, they're basically doing that now. And I was like, how are they doing that? He was like, they have programs or whatever on the trucks right now where it'll warn you if you're changing lanes. It'll slow the truck down for you if you're doing something. Like, so it's a slow takeover happening. And it's not going to happen overnight. It's just going to be, each year there's going to be less and less jobs. There's going to be more and more competition for jobs. It's mammon worship. They're talking about right around that one of the Democrats, the Oriental dude, the Asian guy who's running on the Democratic side or whatever, he's running on, they call it the universal pay system. Somebody here might know what it is. It's called the universal pay. Basically, there's going to be so much job loss that they're going to come out with a minimum pay for everybody who can't get a job. Okay. And they say it's gonna be like $1,000 a month. Everybody gonna get it whether you work or not. You know what I'm saying? And 40,000. I think they said it comes out to, or 12,000 a year or something like that. Some type of universal pay system for people who don't have jobs. And think about when they implement that and they say in order to get this pay, you got to do this. You got to take this mark or that mark or who knows. All I'm saying is, man, community is beginning to look more and more attractive every day. And eventually, people going to realize, that it's the way to go. All right, so let me read some of y'all comments here. Let's see. It wasn't no need to. So somebody's in there saying it wasn't no need to be rude to me, though, and put me down. You was wrong for that, but shalom to you. And sis, I apologize to you if I was rude, okay? You know what I'm saying? And we also got your question answered, okay? But what you have to understand also is we get a lot of people who come in and they're disruptive. And once it's determined that you're not being disruptive, then that's what I realized. That's why I apologize. The other sister said, yeah, that the guy's name is Yang, and it's called the Universal Wage System, I think it's called. So, yeah, man, there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to be putting out here where, yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. So, Dawid, hey, shalom, Dawid said the Most High is challenging us to change and to see things from a biblical, patriarchal perspective. Okay? And like I said, man, one of the things that I think Dr. Gina brought out was the fact that folks walk around in all these Hebrew garbs, but they're very much Babylonian. They're very much Greco-Roman to the core of how they move and how they interact and how they live their lives. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So Elder Rufus said, very true, Dawid. The Most High did the same thing when he brought us out of Egypt. And yeah, and you always have some people who love Egypt. Yeah, trying to put new wine in old wine skins. Yeah. Yeah, man. So yeah, I see people saying that's one of the best interviews. It was an eye-opening interview to me. It was like, it's almost, I gotta put it up there almost on the level of finding out the people of the book, but then finding out that the whole book is geared towards family. And then when it's so on point, especially coming on the heels of Brother Kabir's wedding and stuff he's been bringing out about how brutal the marriage system here is in this country, and how marriage in this system is, period. It's destructive. It's designed to destroy a nation. You know what I'm saying? And then to hear what the blessings, like the truth that was brought out by Elder Thomas Murray and Dr. Gina Murray, to hear the truth that was brought out. And it's refreshing to hear stuff like that, to know and to be able to have your eyes open to the destruction of the feminist agenda in this country, the feminist agenda in the courts, the feminist agenda in the churches, and the feminist agenda in the Hebrew community. And to have your eyes clearly open to it and to see why your house is in disorder. And to be able to, like, with that interview and with what they're bringing out, what it does is, because they're talking about what's in the book. It literally washes the women and the men with the word. So where it's not arguing and trying to reason and fight with another person over, well, this is the way we need to do it. You know, literally, you can sit somebody in front of that and it's like, dude, it's like, man, this is the truth. Plain and simple. I mean, so yeah, man. So somebody put, so what should we start doing then so we can make sure our people survive this wicked wrath that is coming from the wicked rim? Yeah, so real fast, what would, again, and I'm gonna paint this very clearly in the coming weeks and days and everything. I'm gonna be geared towards this, but I've been teaching on mammonism and this capitalistic system and this corporate, commercialized, profit-driven, mammonistic culture we live in, where the God of this culture, of this nation, of this society we live in, the God of it is money. They worship mammon. What is worship? You serve. That's what they serve. All of our moves are made based on mammon, our jobs, making a profit, making money, this, that, and another. Well, I can't have too many kids because I got to make that mammon. I got to serve mammon. Mammon don't like me to be taking, you see what I'm saying? You said, what do we do? So you asked, what do we do? What do we do? That is what I'm doing here with Spiritual Combat. That's why I'm telling you, straightway is what you do. You know, Dr. Gina Murray and her husband Thomas Murray are showing you what to do. That's what to do. I'll tell you what not to do. Stop following these bootlicking, money-chasing, mammonistic, spiritual teaching so-called ministries out here that are just modeling a Greco-Roman model. They're modeling Catholicism. They're modeling Christianity, even in this so-called Hebrew awakening. It's like this, the Hebrew awakening is basically this. The lights ain't even on in the room. You're just laying in bed with your eyes like this. You ain't got, but people like Straightway. Ministries like Straightway. Everybody got a problem. Why you keep saying stuff about Straightway? Because they're not laying in bed. They're up. They actually got out of the bed. Okay? These other ministries are just, some of them are actually putting you back to sleep. There ain't no awakening. But Ron Dalton's Great Awakening Hebrew Gathering was literally that. Like, it was correctly titled. Okay? Let's see. Stay away from the churches where the wolves in sheep's clothing lie. Yeah. They bleed your resources, and they don't encourage family. They encourage mammonism. They encourage you being a part of their organization. Purple Cadillac was a perfect example of encouraging mammonism, when the book ain't nothing about that. Somebody said, are the family forming homesteads? So yeah, the answer, like I said, one of the curses is being in want of all things and getting it from another nation. This nation, everything this nation gives us is poison. We know they're trying to poison us with the food, with the educational system, with everything. So come out of her. The Most High gave us this earth as a blessing. This earth provides for us. What do I mean? Land. If you buy land, can it give you food? If you save up money, put cattle on it, and the cattle eat what's on the land, and won't they give you food? Doesn't the land grow? Doesn't the land provide food? No. That's what Moray Moron is telling you. He said, no, Walmart provide food. Just make sure you remember to duck and cover when you go in there, when that guy's in there shooting you in your big dumb head. See, we've been trained to go to them for all things. They're telling you, oh, they'll provide. But I'm telling you, and I'm going to show you things that are happening now where it's going to tighten up slowly but surely. We got time. Most High, all praise the Most High for his word and sending people who have answers. And they're not fleecing you. They're not taking advantage of you, but they're bringing answers. Okay? What's the answer? You got to get on some land and let the land begin to provide for you, or you're going to be poisoned and killed. I'm telling you, get out of these. They're telling you, get out of these subdivisions. Everybody like, Pastor Dow live on a compound. No, you live in a compound. You'll see who on a compound when the electrical power go out for a week. You'll see, and you'll see who live on a community with common unity. You gonna see. I'm just, and I think I'm gonna say it again. Now, let me know, this thing might be skipping, but I'm gonna say it again. Answers were brought out today. You ain't got no excuse. Like, that brother brought some answers, both of them. Elder Thomas Murray and Dr. Gina Murray. Man, the answers were brought forth. Clarity. Go jump in the scripture and see if it could be backed up. You know what I'm saying? But they brought it out. Yeah, exactly, man. Elder Rufus said, because I'm going to have Pastor Dow come on here. And all these, everybody feeling some type of way, you could call in, put something in the comments. You know? It's going to be off the chain, man. But we don't need, like, there's stuff going on out there. Like, I don't know if people see what's coming. When y'all get off here, get on YouTube and type in automation revolution or automation taking over. It's all over the place. And there's a lot of good videos out there about it. One of the videos I put on my lesson the other day that I did on the Shabbat, one of those videos was showing how in Silicon Valley, these high up people who are privy to information you're not, are sitting there buying land, quitting their jobs, some of them, buying land and getting out of Dodge because they know what's around the corner. They know they're getting ready to automate everything. They were saying how a lot of lawyers are going to be losing their jobs left and right because automation is going to replace a lot of what they do. Doctors too. A lot of radiologists, big time, you know. I'm telling you, dude. You had the result of the Industrial Revolution was the Great Depression. Okay, there's something that's getting ready to happen with this automation that it could destabilize everything. But let's say automation goes off without a hitch, and they just move, because like even in Vegas, they got automated bartenders and automated Pizza Huts going automated. Everything's getting ready to go automated. Amazon's going to go automated with its trucks and its factories, and all these stores are going to go automated, okay? Well, when everything goes automated, what happens when there's a blackout? What are those things powered by? Electricity. That's what I'm saying. Go back to the old traditional ways that the Most High provided. Get on some land. Because I'm telling you, even right now, if the electrical power went out for too many days, a lot of y'all be dead anyway. You know, But I know Michael Israel is wicked. He done went off. I'm causing division and all this stuff. And I'm a Fed. I found out I'm a Fed, because, I shoot a gun and guns are evil. I got one right here. Bad gun. Bad gun. Do something. What you gonna do? You stupid gun. What you gonna do? You gonna do something? He ain't do nothing. I don't know, man. But yeah, I'm back because I endorse weapons, and weapons are wicked. Let me tell you what's wicked. False prophets. I will go no further. Look up a video on YouTube called Corpus Juris. Really give you an idea what they have available as well as what's to come. All right, hey, Alicia Yisrael, hey, send that to me somehow, because it's in the comments. I ain't gonna be able to keep up. Can you email that to me? Because I like stuff like that. If you could, send me that and I'm gonna watch it. Okay? So send that to me if you could, that video. And I'll watch it after, when I get off here. Let me see what y'all, did you release the Gina Murray interview yet? I did it live. It was live. Sharon, it was live. Shout out to my Sharon Corley. You know Sharon, he was the star in Jersey Drive, because I'm from Jersey, so we gotta represent, son. But yeah, it was live. I did it live. So it's on my Spiritual Combat Facebook or my Spiritual Combat YouTube. And YouTube is probably still processing it, so it might not be available. Yeah, man. Yeah, hey, look, man, folks could either get down. He was saying the Mammon video I did about, iRobot, yep. The Mammon video was I did that on the Shabbat, so y'all can check that out. He was just saying it was spot on. It's shaking things up, I know, but I don't give a damn. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all, I've always been that type. I'm gonna tell y'all, hey, whether people like it or not, I don't care. I'm not in it for the numbers. Evident by, hey, I know a lot of folks ain't feeling. I can't say evident by the numbers, because a lot of people done started subscribing. So I've seen the subscription rate climb. But I'm sure I've noticed a change in the people in the comments. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they just love that Christianity. They like, they love all that confusion. But it's an emotional thing. Oh, man. Hey, Zedekiah, I ain't even touching it. I ain't touching it. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to keep telling the truth, man. And I'm telling you, man, if I see folks put out some truth that's too damn silly, we're going to put it right on all the way out there. Shout out to people who have a spirit of boldness on them and going to call a spade a spade. Shout out to Pastor Dow, man, who we could count on to call stuff out. Whether, they're in season and out of season, y'all mean? All right, that is why I stay in the gun range, because I'm going to learn by any means necessary. Yeah. Damn, learn all I'm telling people, I'm not telling people walk around like some gun freak show and you wake up in the morning and you like, and you licking your gun in the morning when I'm not saying that, but what you got to understand, is, haven't we seen the behavior of law enforcement towards us? Don't we, aren't we aware that, hey, it's dangerous for them to be around because they, in their minds, somehow they're getting trained that we're the enemy. Like, that's how they deal with us. So why not take the means of production back into our hands? Why don't we just protect ourselves? You know, why don't we serve one another and love one another as brothers, like the book says, and answer the phone when your damn brother calls, so that maybe if he's in a bind, he'd rather call you, and you show up, you and a couple brothers show up at the house, at a sister's house or whoever's house, and you could secure the house. Instead of having Officer Murtaugh and the exterminator crew show up and take all y'all out. Throw a flash bang grenade on your daughter's head like they done before and kill her. You see what I'm saying? Come on. That's all I'm talking about. But I get called an agent because I'm pushing self-defense. I don't know. Let me know if you got it. Okay. I appreciate y'all. Elder Rufus said, this is fact. Law enforcement is different in the country area compared to the city cops. Yeah, and I could tell you that firsthand experience. I ran into cops in the bad neighborhoods in New York, and they try to. It's like they're there to protect you and serve you, you know, not serve you some rounds from their gun, you know. So Elder Rufus said he'd been pulled over 6 times in 5 years and hasn't received a ticket yet. Exactly, because again, those rural cops are different. They are. They actually, you know, the officers in some of these cities and in these neighborhoods, that's an enemy occupation. But damn, bro, 6 times in 5 years, man, you look like you get on that gas a little bit, Elder Rufus. You look like you like to ride out and get to places on time. But that's cool, man. They see I'm legit and let me go. Yeah, and the other thing is knowing how to deal with authority and be cooperative and respectful to people in authority. And you can say whatever you want, but that officer is trained and he got all them tools to kill you, so you got to show him some respect for that. You know what I'm saying? Over there, it says they close to nature. That's why. Yeah, so and that's all I've been pushing here. That's the one of the shifts is that we have to come out of her, my people. Coming out of her, my people, is spiritual first. You have to get your mind right. You have to get emotions under control, and your emotions align with what the book says. That's why my thing is named Spiritual Combat. Nothing changed there. But it says the kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed. So you have to grow. There has to be an outward manifestation of that spiritual growth. And that's what you don't see in any of these assemblies. All you see is a bunch of people doing history lessons and showing off how knowledgeable or hold on, I'm just grabbing the charger for my phone. Or trying to show off how knowledgeable they are about the Bible, okay? That's what you see a bunch of. But nothing that's going to do anything outwardly to that lines up scripturally. What I've seen a lot of in the Hebrew community is just a lot of continued relationship issues, financial issues, health issues. Just only difference, you know you a Hebrew, but you still are plagued by all the same stuff that you were plagued with when you were in the Greco-Roman Christian beast system, whatever you want to call it. Okay? So what I mean, and when I noticed that, I started praying against it. I asked Most High, show me what the next level is. Are you throwing? Nah, don't eat that.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So yeah, so I prayed to him to show me what's the next level. What do we need to be doing? Because this is pointless. You know, it's like I'm still giving some guy money. You know, I'm still doing this Christian model of things. You know, so what's the answer? What are we to do? You know, and I said, you know, please show me that thing. And, you know, all praises, he showed it. And that was, I got to that Great Awakening Hebrew Gathering and started dealing with Straightway. And it was like, wow, that was a blow. It was like, man, you know, this is it. You know, how these brothers functioning in Straightway. And then later I did a show and I was, well, when it happened, I had seen the Gina Murray and Pastor Dowell interview. When was it? A little after the Great Awakening Hebrew Gathering. What happened, I watched the first part of it, and I was like, whoa, that was pretty heavy. And then I had to leave and go to work, so I didn't get to finish it. Is that somebody at the door? Huh? Yeah, hold on. All right, y'all, hold on one sec. I'm going to go answer this door. All right. Huh? How you doing? Here, Madison.
Yes, sir.
Take all that in there in the kitchen and put it up. Okay, that's cool. Alright. Alright, put all that up.
Yes, sir.
There's some more stuff down there.
Yes, sir.
Alright, y'all. I just, again, they got, they deliver, they deliver the groceries now. Have y'all seen? Yeah, and it's basically the stores pay for it because what they're trying to do is compete with, because that's what that was. That's who that was at the door. But basically, what they're trying to do is compete with what do you call it? Amazon. They're trying to compete with Amazon. So when they deliver your groceries, it's dirt cheap because the store is pretty much paying for it. But I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. I'm telling you how this is gonna go because I was doing some research on the self-driving cars. Amazon's gonna get self-driving cars and trucks, and they're pushing hard with that. One of the brothers came on here and said he lost his job at Amazon because they're automating everything in there right now. Like, Bezos, y'all should watch the documentary on this dude. This dude is a brutal, ruthless capitalist. To the point where Jeff Bezos he wears the same outfit every single day so he doesn't waste his decisions, because he said his decisions are worth so much. So his whole wardrobe is the same clothes because he doesn't want to waste decisions on anything. And the dude is like, he's on point. Don't get it twisted. He good at the wickedness he doing, but he's pushing this beast system hard. They love him, man. And he's automating everything. So all that to say, one of the ways this thing could play out is you're going to order your food online, They're going to have a self-driving car deliver your food to you. It's going to be a little bitty car. It ain't going to be no full-size car. It's going to be this little car designed to carry your stuff to you. You're going to order your food online. They're going to deliver it to your house. And you're going to get you will no longer have to go to the supermarkets. The food's going to be in these big stores. When the electrical power goes out, you're going to be ass out. You're going to be done. You ain't going to be able to order your food. They ain't going to be able to deliver it. You see what I'm saying? That's what they're going to. Yeah, man. So, yeah. So that's how it's going to go down. Madison, go in the bathroom and go. All right. So, yeah, that's how it's going to go down, man. That's why it's like you need to, and I'm telling you, all these people are in these silly assemblies, and they're teaching, like I said it in the live, they're teaching a GMO doctrine to you. It's stripped of all the vitamins and minerals and everything you need. The stuff majority of the stuff that's being taught in the Hebrew community is stripped of all minerals and nutritional substances. It's just some, and we come in with an organic doctrine. That's what we hitting you with. It's nutrient dense. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, when you eat it, it knocks your socks off. Okay? It's real talk. All right. Somebody, a brother, he confirming what I said. He said, yeah, they do that here now. In Walmart has joined, and a few grocery stores has started. They also have delivery for whole meals that you can cook a whole meal. Just crazy and lazy and honest. Honestly, and look what they're taking away. That what this mammonistic system is trying to do is, in every single way, take away the means of production. They want to boil it down to a point where you don't even know how to cook for yourself, because they want to own everything, and they want to get rid of the means of production, the means of you doing for yourself, and they want to do that to the whole world, not just the Hebrew community. Now, it says this system's gonna enslave the whole world, and you're enslaved to it because you're subject to it. You have to labor for it, and when they do this, it's called the universal pay system or whatever. If any of y'all know it, put it in there so I can say it, so y'all can look it up and y'all know I'm not playing. It's called, I want to say it's called the universal pay system or something, that they're looking at implementing when this massive job loss begins to happen because of this automation. And when they implement it, you're going to be reliant on them for all things. And they can literally tell you, okay, you're going to have to get this chip if you want to get your monthly money. The universal wage system. That's what I think is the system posted it in there. Dude, this, what I'm saying ain't no fantasy. Like, I'm not speaking fantasy Harry Fairy. The candidate Yang is running on this thing right now. Like, the dude's literally running on it, and the job losses are beginning to happen now. So what we saying is book. What Pastor Dow is teaching is book. What the Murrays bought out is book. And what the rest of these clowns is out here too. Oh, the Most High gonna hear your salvation. Now give me that mammon. Give me that mammon, boy. You know what I'm saying? Agents. That's agents. Agents of Satan. Mammonistic agents. I'm not asking for your money. I'm asking for your attention and your consideration. That's the donation spiritual combat need. Spiritual combat needs a donation of your attention and consideration. Just consider what I'm saying. We pleading with you. We making the moves we need to make over here. And the Most High is providing with nothing that I need to ask. That's how I know it's him moving, because it's like, in my mind, I realize, hey, I need to do something, and phone will ring. Hey, man, I'm going to take care of this for you. It's like this people be watching, and they be like, oh, he going to do this? This is what happened after the Murray interview. Oh, he gonna be going up here? Hey, I'm going to take care of all that up there. It's like, all praise the Most High. So it's like, it ain't no ministry where I need people giving. We don't need money. If the Most High sees that I need money, he brings somebody along and they'll provide for it. Or like for instance, we were getting crushed, and not crushed, but we realized we were on a treadmill and we want it all. I went to the Great Awakening Hebrew Gathering, and Pastor Al provided all the answers and then some to everything we were asking. And I try to bring it to a lot of these people, and a lot of folks got in their feelings about it. Hey, dude, I'm telling you, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, we just pleading with you and trying to warn you nicely. It says, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. And right now, we're using the staff to gently try to guide you into, hey, you might want to do this. But the Most High, he with patience and long suffering, some of y'all are going to get fired from your job, and that's going to be that rod going upside your big, dumb head. Okay? That's what it's going to be. But all praises, that it's going to comfort you. It's going to comfort you. And some people are just so rock-headed, he's going to let them run off into the bushes and get devoured. They're not going to lose their job. And then when they say, hey, you need to subscribe to this system, and they're going to have been stripped of so much of the means of production that a 3-day power outage will come and they'll be dead. Hey, you think I'm playing, man? Okay, so Essence, so the sister, she put the information in there for me. Oh, maybe you didn't. I saw it up there, but you took it away. But she's trying to put the title of what that system's called, the Universal Pay. And I'm trying to tell y'all that so that y'all can watch some videos on it and see what I'm talking about. Me personally, I don't think as automation and AI and robotics get implemented in the coming months and years, I don't think it's going to be some immediate, wow. But it's going to be gradual, and there's going to be more and more competition for jobs, and it's going to get harder, to where if you learn to live off the land, if you truly learn to live off land, to where you don't need a whole bunch of labor tickets to exist. What are labor tickets? Money, mammon, okay? If you can learn to do that, you're gonna really experience shalom. Okay. Thank you, Sister Avi. Roger. She posted. It's called the Universal Basic Income. Get on there and look that up. Also, look up automation. Type in automation Universal Basic Income. Type that in, and do research. And what you're going to find, this ain't conspiracy theory. This ain't theorizing about what might come in the future. This is happening right now, okay? Also known as guaranteed minimum income, provides cash payments to all citizens regardless of need, okay? So y'all need to look at this. This stuff is real. But these revelations about what this book is really teaching is real too. About this revelations about the importance of you having kids, growing your family is real. How are you gonna work your land and it's just you? And you like sitting in front of TV watching sitcoms all day getting bigger. You know what I'm saying? dude, this is not Candyland Ministries over here. This is Spiritual Combat, a reality-based ministry. This is not a fantasy, emotional, or feminist-based ministry. We about facts and hurt feelings. All right? Hey, appreciate y'all posting that in here. Yeah, that's the one thing you can guarantee. That's Sister Koya coming in the building. She say shalom to everybody. Well, show them what you got. Koya, she look. I'm telling you, we about that life. Tell them what it is, though. They don't know.
These are a variety of peppers that we just gleaned from our sister's garden.
She picked
we
this
have
from
organic
sister.
bell peppers, jalapenos, red hot chili peppers. I forget the name of these peppers here.
And I'm gonna call them tomato peppers. Spiritual Combat just named them.
And then this here. So yeah, we have quite a bit of
So
stuff.
she went over to shout out to
Sister Juanita.
and Brother Roosevelt. She went over to their garden and picked those. You know, so we bout that life, yo, son. We bout that life, son. But she just went and picked them, and we's gonna eat them. And cause she's making cauliflower, macaroni and cheese, and burgers. That's what we having.
Some salad and some.
Well, and she's gonna make a salad too. So, but we're trying to. Koya has been researching a lot about. She made some herbal infusion thing. It's like you see a desire that's been put on our people to really begin, being about that life, that biblical life, not going to some place and just getting a lecture. You could go to college and do that, you know, and pay them money. Probably less money than you're going to pay some of these places to go there, get a lecture, and go back home. I'm telling you, man, we just, you know. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. So I'm just real excited about the things that the Most High is revealing, bringing out. And I'm telling you, it's that time, man, because people... Just the communications I've been getting, the emails I've been getting from brothers and sisters, man, they get it. The Most High has put this thirst in a lot of our people's spirit to get back to the ancient ways. Okay? That's real talk. All right? So, yeah. Yeah, so Elder Rufus says such a beautiful thing to be able to do that daily. Be able to do that daily. That's good. Shout out to Elder Rufus, man. Real talk. But anyway, y'all, with that said, man, y'all go over there, check out that interview. It's the beginning of a even heavier shaking, man. It's the beginning of a heavier shaking that's coming, man. Things are getting ready to get shook up even more in the Hebrew community. Like I said, the first shaking was that Great Awakening that Ron Dalton did out there. That was an amazing event on a lot of levels. I got to finally meet Pastor Dow and them strong brothers and sisters that fellowship over there with them. That was just the beginning of just big things, man, of a big awakening, man. And it's that time, man. It's time, and we got. Get past your emotions. Stop looking at a lot of what I found. A lot of our people do not know how to discern things and judge things righteously, and they're focused on the wrong things, man. Get to know, I got to know the man and meet him and see him for what he was, and go out there on his land, and they keep telling you you're welcome to come out there. Do it while the time's early. You know, it's not a sin to grow a garden, dude. Come on. It's a sin to go out there and knowingly poison yourself. It's like it's stupid. And it's book. Like the book's telling you that, yo, these people are trying to destroy you. And you know the people trying to destroy you. I don't know how else to say it, but I'm going to keep saying it. Anyway, y'all, go check out the interview. Like I said, that interview lasted 3 hours, so sometimes YouTube can take a long time to process it, you know. And sometimes if you say certain words in your videos, certain governmental system words, isms, if you say that, if they hear you mention certain terms, certain groups of people, whether they be races or lifestyles. That's why I be saying gayfer or tailpipe takers or something like that, because if you say certain things, they're gonna flag you, you know. And moving forward, what I'm gonna begin doing is wording it in ways that don't get folks all in their emotions anyway. But I'm gonna just use wisdom, because as long as I can, I just want to get the core message out to folks. All right, so Sister Aviz Rogers said Jeremiah 6, verse 16. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths. Where is the good way?" That's the good way. We're a nation of agricultural people. Is that not a good way? Which is a good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. Being in a man system of mammalism, of serving money and riches and getting, and I need, and I gotta get, and I'll get them J's, shawty. I gotta make that money, and the way they're brainwashing you does not bring peace. We know this. You know this. Walk there, and this church structure that they have, this Catholicism system of where you go somewhere, you give this person a bunch of money, and you just listen to them talk about a bunch of stuff that is very GMO, is stripped of nutrients. It's not going to bring any peace in your life. It's not. I'm telling you, we getting ready to tear that thing down.
This is
right.
like just half of the crops that their garden produced. Not even half. This is maybe like a 1%. They've had like it's multiplied over and over again.
Yeah, he been canning. Roosevelt been canning.
The garden just keeps on giving out. It just
Koya, if y'all couldn't hear, Koya is just saying how much that garden produced. It just keeps producing.
Yes.
So yeah, and we're gonna go into that because, like I said, I met a brother up there in North Carolina, a second generation farmer. So you're talking about basically over 100 years of farming experience. So, and that brother was breaking some stuff down to me about gardening that I never heard before. So I'm gonna be bringing him on the show. We're gonna edify, man. We ain't gonna just sit here, oohing and eyeing you with scriptures from the far side. You know what I'm saying? The Twilight Zone scripture breaker downer. I'm gonna just grab a verse from here, and make you go, ooh. Nah, we getting ready to be bringing some facts. Them big old facts. All right? So anyway, y'all, with that said, go check that video out, man. And consider. That's all I'm at. If you want to donate to Spiritual Combat, donate your consideration for what I'm saying. Anyway, y'all, with that said, I'm Michael Israel, Spiritual Combat. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Shalom.